Hi guys, welcome back to the Unraveling the World podcast.
Before we get into today's episode, let's hear from our sponsors.
This episode is sponsored by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain it to you really quickly. To start off, it's 100% free, and there are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will then distribute your podcast for you so it could be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more platforms. In fact, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. If you're interested, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
So on this week's episode, I feel like we should talk about trends because they obviously have such a huge impact on us because we're teens, so if anyone wants to start.
Yeah. So So trends obviously have both positive and negative aspects of it. So I feel like we should kind of get into both of those sides. And as well as that, it also kind of sets societal expectations for people. So I feel like we should go more into depth about that as well. So I think, I can just start off about my opinions on trends. So obviously, I have kind of many opinions about it, but to kind of start the discussion off, I wanted to talk about like one thing that's like good about trends, because I think that I was able to find like a lot of my interests I found a lot of my interests through trends as well. Like I know a lot of people have discovered things that they I can't speak in English. They wouldn't have been able to find without trends, you know? So I think that it's a good way of connecting with people, but yeah, we can go into like the negatives later on.
Yeah, trends, besides the fact that it's a good way to connect with people, it's a good way to connect with yourself. See, like, obviously there's so many negatives about it, but there's also, with everything there's good and bad. And trends are like something that are kind of hard to avoid in our society because, for me, like fashion trends are something that I hop on, like just for fun, but like say for example, like there's so many makeup trends, fashion trends, with the outfits, and not even fashion, like housing trends, the way your house looks, the way your house is designed, the type of phone you're buying, literally the app TikTok, apps you're using, social media apps, hobbies like crocheting. I got into that in like 5th grade because, well, I don't know how I think it was because it was a trend on YouTube. And I was living in North Carolina then, but so I don't know if it might be different here, but I was crocheting then, and I stopped, and I started crocheting recently again because I saw it on TikTok. So like, trends influence you a lot, and like I've discovered that I like crocheting again. It's an old hobby that I missed, and I would have never tried it if it wasn't because of the trend. Or take fashion for example. I'd say my style kind of changed in like not recently, but my style changed because of a trend. Like I saw one person do it, and I was like, wow, I really like this style. Let me try it. And ever since, I've just loved that style. So I think trends are something for people to experiment with. Like it's a good way for people to express themselves and learn more about themselves.
Yeah, definitely, because even for me, I literally honestly love trends because I feel like a lot of my personality is built up on these trends, because also my interests, like to be completely honest, before TikTok, I used to not be that big of a reader. I mean, I was like, I definitely like read like every now and then, but like I got into books, which is such a general thing because of TikTok, because I found like Book Talk, and they recommend such amazing books, and it's literally amazing. Like a lot of things we don't even realize how big of a impact trends have on our lives, and it makes up a lot of us. And what I literally hate is when some people like judge other people because of some of the things they do and they call it like basic or something. I don't like that part, but I feel like in general it like also connects us as like this generation, like Gen Z. because like LED lights, for example, it was like a huge trend. I don't know, it's like not really outdated yet, but like it like most of Gen Z had like LED lights, and I feel like it in a way like connects with us and like intertwines with our in our specific lives in general.
I agree. And also you brought up the point about like how TikTok, like you find your interests. I completely agree with that. Like I don't even know how I got into baking, but I think it was because of TikTok as well. You know, like as much as like TikTok is such a, I don't know, such a Gen Z kind of an app. Like people are just like on it all the time. Like obviously it's like one of the apps I use the most on my phone, you know? And you know, you're like basically how TikTok works is like, you know, you're like on a, you like certain videos, and then you know it kind of matches with your For You page. But connecting to what Ishani said about like the like being on book TikTok or whatever, like last summer I had this obsession with books, and I'd basically find like these people who'd created like TikTok accounts like specifically for their book recommendations or whatever. And I literally read the series, the Shatter Me series, in literally 2 days. I kid you not.
Oh my, yeah, that's like one of the biggest good things about trends. Like they let you find a lot of yourself within these trends, and without like people they say like basic or whatever the heck not, but like it's like without these things, and if the things were like underground in a sense, we would never find a lot of ourselves. And to, you know what like interests me a lot, it's really interesting to me. I don't know what I'm saying. Like really interesting to me is the fact that like we don't know a lot of the trends that are going to come. It's like kind of interesting to think about, because it's like you can make predictions, but like you can never know.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And we kind of touched up a lot on like the positives of the trends, but also I wanted to mention some of the negatives of trends as well. Like, for example, like, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of bring up a personal example of like, you know, like even at like school and stuff, you know, as much as like everyone, like obviously the trends are not something you can avoid. It just happens. It's just like society kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, like if, I don't know, if like people like are wearing like a certain type of shoes or like certain type of clothes, like a lot of people just try to like fit into what other people are wearing. So I kind of feel like it kind of creates like an expectation for a lot of people. I don't know, that's just kind of my opinion.
Yeah, definitely, because it also creates an expectation. It also creates like a lot of we don't necessarily know everyone's financial status, and so say that like a trend comes up for everyone to have these specific type of shoes, which is like kind of expensive, and not everyone can afford those, you know. And so it's kind of, and that can, a lot of the times I imagine it can make someone feel like an outcast, like they don't belong or something, because their family can afford these things, and a lot of people will judge them for it, which is not good.
Yeah, because I mean, kind of touching up on this, I don't know if this is really trend related, because I know that like a lot of people like are sometimes like, oh, like your shoes are so ugly, like they're so cheap and stuff, and it's kind of like offensive. But that's like kind of one aspect of why I don't think that trends are beneficial, because of kind of what like people, not what people might think of you, but what kind of expectations other people set. But I also kind of wanted to touch up on like how these trends also benefit companies. You know that these companies like probably make bank from like all of these like trends, because like say, you know, like during one time, like I think this was when we were in 4th grade or something. It was about like, you know, fidget spinners.
Yeah, fidget spinners were huge.
That was such a big trend. And you know how much like, I don't know if like there was a specific company or something, but like other, like apart from fidget spinners, there's like scrunchies, Hydro Flasks, like these companies make so much money. Even like, you know, Nike Air Forces, these companies make so much money off of these trends, because everyone's like, you know, kind of getting on them. Even Vans, like the other shoe brand. Yeah. But what are your guys' opinions? Do you think that trends are beneficial or not, like as a whole?
As a whole, I think, again, everything has good and bad, but I would argue that trends have done like equally as bad, just as it has done good for me. Like,
Really?
yeah, trends have done so much bad. Actually, you know what? No. I'll change my statement. I think that trends have been more beneficial for me than bad, but it has done some serious damage. Like, honestly, it's been pretty bad at some points because of trends. But again, I also think people should be aware that it's okay to not follow trends.
Yeah.
It's not some trends. It's like, I feel like it's something that should be done for fun and like.
Yeah, people like make it really superficial, like it's like fake, and where it shouldn't be.
Yeah. No, but like that's the thing. Like whenever trends come up or like whatever, like at our school, you kind of see like you first see it. Like I don't even know how it even starts. Like for example, let's take fidget spinners. I remember this one kid brought it in class or something, and then everyone just started buying them, and everyone just all of a sudden had them. Like that goes kind of for like every trend. I don't even know how it starts. But I don't know, I kind of like don't look into it that much. I'm like, oh, it's like another trend happening. But obviously you can't like stop from thinking like, oh, I wish I had that too, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Wait, Melvina, I'm kind of interested. Wait, how do you think it did bad influence on, how did trends make a bad influence on you?
Well, I wasn't allowed to do a lot of things in
Right.
6th to 7th grade, 8th grade, and I couldn't get a lot of things because of my financial status. So, like, I'm sure you can already imagine, because I couldn't get some things because of my financial status.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can already tell where it went. But yeah, I think that like a lot of things, like say like let's say alcohol, drugs. I promise you, to anyone listening, I swear on everything, I have never tried any form of alcohol or any form of drug that isn't like actual medicine. But let's say
same.
it's kind of
Same. This one out there.
yeah. See, some teens, they think it's a trend. Oh, do drugs, it makes you look cool.
They think it's cool.
Yeah. So it's because like that's just one example of why I think, like, I know a few people, they were trying to pressure me into doing drugs, and I always thought no. But other than me, I'm sure many people have been peer pressured into it because it's a trend.
Yeah.
Or going to some expensive, like, or buying some expensive shoe, like some shoe that it's some trend, like stuff like that.
And it's like you know what makes me really sad? It's like to say that like I remember like in whatever grade it was, like 5th grade maybe, I really wanted the trend was like these Adidas Superstar shoes.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so I kid you not, I literally, so I had a friend in 5th grade who had those shoes, okay? And it was like a really big trend then. I literally came home and I literally started crying. I made the biggest scene in this literal world because I wanted, I was literally crying on the floor near my parents' literal feet. I literally wanted those shoes because I thought those were the biggest thing, and I would die if I didn't get them in my hands like ASAP, okay? And I feel like looking back at it now, I don't think I ever liked the shoes. I just wanted them because it was a trend, which is the saddest thing to me, because today these are shoes, but like tomorrow it could be something so much bigger,
Yeah, and like the thing with these Superstar shoes, I remember like I wanted them too, but then the next year people started hating on them.
Dude.
People were like, ew, they're so cringy, ew, they're such a basic girl thing. And I remember I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't get them. Like, trends come and go. That's the thing. Once they go, then it's like, oh, it's a waste.
Yeah, exactly. And after I ended up getting those shoes, like, so I think they were like a trend during like January. My parents were like, okay, I'll get them for you on your birthday. That was like what, like 8 months later or something, I finally got the shoes, but it was like the trend was gone, and my excitement, of course I was excited, because they're like new shoes, but like the trend is kind of over, which is why I feel like a lot of people need to understand that if you can't participate in these trends, dude, it's so normal. Like, don't worry about it.
Also, like, it's such a I don't know, like, it's such a financial burden. Like, these things, like shoes and, like, you know, LED lights also. I think that was like over quarantine, right? LED lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a big trend. Like, literally, like, all these trend stuff, even for like gifts, birthday gifts, that's what I literally get, you know, like all these stuff that are trending, because that's like kind of what people like. So that's just what I get.
Yeah. So of course, there's so many good things about trends, but like we said, there's so many negative things, especially the money part, and that's affected everyone because literally some things are like completely absurd. There's no point having like certain things, and people make up these trends where also some trends are just straight up ugly, but like I don't know.
Like, actually,
I
some
literally
trends
makes
I've
me
seen,
rethink why they're a trend, but
some things I've seen are like actually like crazy. Like, you know, trends, like, talking about how some trends are ugly. You know that a few boys on TikTok created National Rape Day.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is
You know,
not cool.
only
That's not
God
cool.
knows what happened to, like, we don't know what happened, and I'm sure that many people jumped on that because it was a trend.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. I should have put a trigger warning on that, but
yeah, we will put a trigger warning in the beginning of the episode. But like, dude, I watched a few TikToks. I don't want to go too much in depth, but yeah, people did get raped that day.
yeah,
Stuff like that is not. That's not
absolutely
funny.
like
Just
horrifying, and I was scared
horrifying.
myself. Like, I was
Yeah, I
scared
didn't
to
go
go
out that day.
myself.
I didn't.
I was scared to go out that day because of that trend, you know?
I saw it on Instagram, and it was like, oh, like, you know, keep, like, stay at home, like, you know, and I was like, it's just not, I don't even know how people come up with that kind of stuff. It's just...
Exactly, so it just goes to show how some trends are absolutely horrible. And again, I'm so sorry for bringing that up without a trigger warning.
Yeah, we can put it at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
But like this, I feel like the biggest thing to take away, if you are going to, like, because we're at such a young age and we're so influenced by these trends, and look at me, I literally created a whole ass scene for those shoes, but like those things, like, you need to rethink some of the times, like, do you actually want them, or is it just a trend?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, are they actually gonna change your life? Are you actually gonna be so happy if you got them? Like, so, like, there's so many negatives about trends, but like, if you're happy doing what that trend is, even though it might be small, whether it be like creating a crochet top or like getting LED lights, like, do it. Like, no one cares, just do it.
Yeah, it's like, it gives like small amounts of joy to me. I don't know.
Yeah, same. Getting these little points, I feel like that's what makes up most of your teenage years. Like, because when you're like 70 or something, you won't be like hopping on a trend. I mean, sure, you know.
I mean, maybe you can. Who knows?
Yeah. So actually, yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. You totally can at that age too. But like, you know, like, at this age, do what you want, because you're literally a teen. So
do you want to hear an embarrassing story about me?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I think it was in 6th grade. Okay, I don't even know when Hydro Flasks were trending. I think.
Oh my god.
Wait, when were they trending? Like when we were in 6th grade?
Yeah, 6th, 7th.
Yeah. So during that time, I saw a lot of people have them, and I kind of was like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" Like, you know. And then I like searched it up, and it was like $60, and I'm like, "Who pays that much for a water bottle?"
Yeah, I regret hopping on that trend. Like, actually, I regret it so much. I should have just stuck with my $5 water bottle.
Dude, what was up with the Hydro Flask though? It's literally just a bottle with hydro. Like,
listen to
no,
me.
I know why it's a trend. It's because people, like, girls would make bracelets on them and decorate them with stickers. Yeah.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
how do you continue your story?
Yeah, no, listen, okay? I spent one entire night without sleeping, searching up for cheapest Hydro Flask.
I mean, Kavya, if you want a tip, I think you can get them for cheap on eBay.
Okay, I'm not actually gonna buy it now.
Dude,
Okay.
oh my
But
god.
listen to me.
Did you end up getting it?
No, but listen. All of them were like 60, and then Lowe's was like, and then I even looked for the baby bottle versions just to have the brand. And then, listen, and then And then I was also looking for stickers. You know how you said like people decorated with stickers or whatever? I was looking for stickers, and it was just now looking. I'm just so embarrassed. If someone looked through my search history, I would actually feel. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
I seriously regret spending so much money on that. Like, you have no idea. Like, I bought so many Brandy Melville stickers and so many like trendy stickers because I thought it was so cool, and like Starbucks stickers and all that.
Dude, I literally remember people like covering it up. Remember Visco Girls?
Oh
yeah,
my
dude, it
God.
was Visco Girls used to carry them, and everyone. Oh my god! Now, like, look at Visco Girls. Like during the time, like during the flow, like everyone was like, "Oh my god, Visco, 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 Visco Girl." Now is literally the most cringy thing. If you are a Visco Girl, like, what are you doing? But
No hate to you if you're a Visco girl, like at all. It's okay if you're a Visco girl. I think they're cute.
honestly, yeah, do you? If you enjoy that, just do it. But
No, I can't even talk. I used to be a Visco girl, like a huge Visco girl. I had the Hydro Flask. I literally all my outfits were so Visco, and I'd make bracelets. I was literally the definition of a brown Visco girl. Like, I was so incredibly Visco. It's just
embarrassing.
it's not embarrassing. It's not bad to be Visco. You can, again, it's a trend, and if it makes you happy to dress like a Visco girl, to have that style, to post like that,
that's true though. Yeah,
it's
definitely.
then again, you do you. I think it's, in my opinion, it's cute. Okay, that was me. I think the clothes are cute, just not my style anymore. I prefer.
Not even gonna lie, I feel like a lot of people hated it, but like a lot of the time, like me, I'm like hating it, acting like I didn't try to be one. I literally it's literally not even true. I literally was like, oh my god, Visco, I want to be Visco. Like I never got the Hydro Flask, but I put like fake stickers on my bottle once, I think. It was just knockoff Visco. Thank god I'm out of that phase.
Walmart
version. But yeah, but here we've evolved and we're here today. It's what matters. As long as we are here today and we're happy, all that matters.
No, but I actually feel like kind of quarantine kind of knocked some sense into everyone.
Yeah, like literally.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say. So I think this kind of concludes our episode. If you guys have any ideas on how to end it.
No, just before, like, kind of going back to the Adidas shoe thing, before you hop, not necessarily hop, like, find a trend. Okay, just do it, like, just hop on trends if it makes you happy. Not, like, crazy things, like, disgusting things that people make up, but hop on trends that make you happy and do it. Like, no one cares. Just do it.
Yeah, but obviously don't do bad things, like, please.
Yeah, don't do drugs, like, stuff like that, but...
Yeah. Well, that's it for today, kids.
That's it for today, kids. Until next week's episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Also, just wanted to say this took us like 5 times to record. We finally got it on like the 10th try. Okay.
Got it. Bye, guys. Bye.